y'all? It is me, Diamond B. Frazier. I'm back with another video. But this time, I'm not talking about my raggedy underwear, period, wearing friends. Period, underwear, wearing friends. Forget that. I'm rejuvenated. I'm happy. Happiness look good on me. Don't you like it look good on me? Good on me. Okay. I feel really good. I really feel like my genuine, authentic, fun, goofy, loving self. Like, the last time y'all saw me, I was really down. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna use the word depressed because I don't want to disrespect anybody that's actually been depressed before. But your girl, I wasn't feeling good. But once I like had to realize who I was and what I bring to the table and realize that it is a present to be in my presence. Not on no cocky stuff, but just like really loving and appreciating me. Like, not feeling like I gotta have these people in my life. No. People come and people go, and people are going to be who they're going to be. People are going to disappoint you. The world is going to disappoint you. All it is like, so what you going to do about it? How you going to curry it? How you going to act about it? And for me, I'm not surprised. I ain't got no expectations. I feel good. Like, I'm coasting. I'm coasting. So today I want to talk to y'all about deal breakers. Now look, y'all have to listen to this. I'm serious because there's a difference between a deal breaker and something you don't like. And sometimes you don't know your deal breakers until you've actually been encountered with a specific situation. So for me, I was like, I ain't never gonna deal with no dude that uses me. Like, what I look like? I'm not dealing with no dude that calls me the B word, B-I-T. I'm not dealing with anybody that puts their hands on me. I'm not dealing with no cheater. I'm not dealing with a dude that raises his voice at me, that talk down on me. I'm not doing that. And then I look up and I realized, oh shoot, you, my friend, you know, these aren't really your deal breakers. This is just what you don't like. Because if it was a deal breaker, then you would have bounced, left, and never looked back. Now, a deal breaker for me is cheating. I've never remained with a cheater. I don't do that forgiving stuff. Because when you got into a monogamous relationship with me, then you knew that it was just me and you. When it became me, you, and solely Sue, then it was a problem. Because I don't deal with that. Then you in the wrong type of relationship. Because what you signed up with me, what we committed to, it was just me and you. So when you break that, I no longer trust you. I gotta go. Because if I stick around, let's just say I end up forgiving you and blah, blah, blah. And I, have you stick around. Now I gotta sleep with one eye open. Because I don't know what you're gonna do. And you gotta sit there and keep proving to yourself to me, like, no, Dom, I'm not cheating this time. I'm not cheating this time. No, I'm not with that. And so that's a deal breaker. A deal breaker is like, done, gotta go, no turning back. You can't give me an explanation. It's a wrap. Okay? I said that I would never deal with a guy that called me the B word. I dealt with the guy that called me a B word. I thought that was the end all be all for me. And I promise you it was the end all be all for me. But about, 28 B words later, I didn't go nowhere. And so then I felt like, you know what? Since I'm going to deal with this person, I'm not a cursor, but I'm going to cuss you out. I'm going to call you a B word. That's going to make me feel better. You know what? Instead of being upset that you called me out by name, I'm going to call you out your name back. It no longer became a deal breaker. It became something that I didn't like, and then I adjusted. And the problem with that is I started to lose myself because I don't curse. Like, I don't just be out here saying, you feel me? Even when the song come on the radio, like, I will rap and then I'll skip over the curse word. And so once I started to realize, like, I started tolerating a lot, I started making adjustments, I started changing myself to adapt to this thing. It was like, dang, I don't like being called out my name, but I ain't gonna leave you. So what can I do to make myself feel better so I could deal with this thing? No, like, I really had to pause and reevaluate and say, hold on. Do you have any boundaries? Like, how far are you gonna allow a person to go? Because if you've already set the tone in the beginning, it's not like you called me a B word and then it was like, oh shoot, I'm sorry, I didn't know you didn't like that. I sat and I told you a story about how a guy didn't call me a B word, but used diamond and the B word in the same sentence. And when we was in school, that desk got flipped up over and I was in his face. Like, don't do that. Because I don't call no dude, no female. I don't call nobody out their name. I don't, I don't. So I didn't want that back. So when you're talking about your deal breakers, like I can't deal with a person that smokes cigarettes. That is a deal breaker for me. I won't even pursue a relationship with you. I don't need to see you like going through like I don't know, like God forbid you end up with cancer or you get sick. I don't like the smell of it. Like it's just a lot that comes with it. And I just prefer, my preference. I can't deal with nobody that smoke no cigarette. Like that is a deal breaker for me. If I'm with you and you start smoking cigarettes, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But I say this, right? Because I've never dealt with somebody that actively smokes cigarettes. So if I actually were to encounter someone that actively smokes cigarettes, that deal breaker might then become something I don't like. And then I have to look back at myself and say, where are your boundaries at? Because now you're altering, bending for this person. It's not altering and bending for the better. It's not like I'm just this feisty person that got an attitude that, has like masculine traits. And now I'm dialing back and becoming softer, more feminine, changing. That's cool to bend and alter and change in that sense. But when you have things that you stand on, like I'm not going to deal with somebody that's a liar. Once you lie, that's a deal breaker for me. And then a person lies and it's like, well, I mean, the nature of the lie, it's okay, I forgive you. And then it ends up being another lie. People lie naturally. So I don't know if that's necessarily a deal breaker for people. Maybe the frequency in which a person lies might be a deal breaker for you, but lying might not be no deal breaker because I'm sure you've been lied to by the person you with. And did you go anywhere? I don't think so. So that's something you just don't like. I've definitely lost myself in a relationship before. I stopped doing things that I really enjoy doing. And it was because I was afraid, like, dang, I don't want this person to be upset. I don't want them to be sad. And so for me, a deal breaker for me is something about you, whether it's you encouraging it or you acting out when I do things that I enjoy doing, that I love doing, that I'm passionate about, and I feel stressed or anxiety when I do these things that I love, I can't deal with you. That is a deal breaker for me. You are not going to hold me back from accomplishing my goals, my dreams, what I love to do, because you feel some type of way. That's a deal breaker for me. An issue that I had before with myself is I would feel like, you know what? I've already dealt with this BS from this person. So I'm going to continue dealing with this BS from this person until it just die off. But like if I get to somebody else, I'm not dealing with that no more. The problem with that is you're going to continue to be unhappy dealing with the bare minimum with this person instead of stepping out and getting what it is that you deserve. And so if you with somebody and they not doing the things that you like, or they're going against your boundaries that you had set in place, and they're doing these things that are your deal breakers, you need to take a step back, have a conversation with yourself and with God. And you need to pray and put it in a journal and say, look, hold on. Because it seemed like you're going off the deep end. You're losing yourself. What happened? I thought you said you wasn't going to deal with somebody, blah, blah, blah. Why are you tolerating this? What is going on with you internally? Are you not loving on yourself the way you should? Because for a period of time, I can say all day because it sounds good. Oh, I love myself. I love myself. But the things that I was choosing to tolerate, the things that I was choosing to put up with, the things that I was choosing to deal with, I'm like, do you really love yourself? Because if you love yourself, you don't treat yourself like that. You don't allow people to treat you any type of way when you love yourself. And so for me, sometimes I have to put in perspective. Like, okay, if I had a daughter, would I allow the types of things that I dealt with in my relationship, would I allow or approve of? I'm not going to say allow, say approve of those types of things happening to my daughter from another man? No. So I am setting the example. Believe it or not, people can say, do as I say, not as I do. but children really do look up to you. So if you're not living in a certain thing and you're not and you're tolerating certain things, they'll look at that and be like, oh, that's okay. It can't be that bad because you're still doing it. So when I think of a husband, life partner, somebody I will have children with, I need you to bring your A game and be A1. I'm going to get that back to you, but I need my daughter to know what type of man she should be dealing with. I need my son to know what type of woman he should be dealing with in regards to me and know what type of man that he should be. So I hope at some point, if you're going through some craziness with your relationship, significant other, even friends, because you got to set boundaries, even friends. Just take a breather. If it's a day to yourself, 30 minutes, an hour, or whatever, just become one. No TV, no video game, no phone, no nothing. Be one in your thoughts. Really just think stuff through. Write it down. Figure out why am I dealing with this? What, do I stand on anything? Do you stand on anything? Because if you start wavering and people feel like they can get away with stuff, they're going to start playing you. So once y'all click off this video, I think it's time to think this through. What is your deal breaker? A deal breaker, again, is that's it. That is this breaking the deal. We're no longer dealing with each other. Cut you out of my life. I'm not doubling back. Now, what you don't like is something that you'll actually tolerate. So do you actually have deal breakers?